What's up, everybody? This is the We Are ND Nation podcast, season 6, episode number 3. I am Evan J. Thomas, and with me always is Dennis Stover. Today's show will be discussing Notre Dame dropping the season opener 27-24 to Miami Hurricanes at Hard Rock Stadium. Plus, what the hell should Notre Dame do now going forward for the rest of the season? Dennis, what's up with you, my man?
Not much. Just moved into my new digs, so trying to get the setup, in order for the first show in the new place, and that's it, man. Just licking the wounds a little bit from that. I guess, yeah. They did look a little uninspired. I mean,
They did.
considering just in January that same stadium, they beat Penn State, reverse score. It was the same. It was the same score, just Notre Dame was on top.
And on a winning field goal, too.
And on a winning field goal. Miami was Carson Beck was the difference. He looked good. He looked nice. And Miami's defense was obviously ready to play because they them D-line, I think it was Bain and I forget the other cat. Man, they pushed Knapp. He was on roller skates. And
Reuben Bain. Reuben Bain was the boy you talking about.
They just blew his ass right off every time. I mean, Carr, that one play, he got beat so bad on the touchdown where he scrambled 50 yards back. It wasn't 50 yards, but he scrambled and came back around and made a great play. CJ Carr is a great athlete for that and always keeping his eyes downfield. But Knapp got beat so bad. All the time. That left side of the line, the only time they looked all right is when they were pulling and doing a run play on that one, the touchdown drive that they featured Price on, and he had that 30-yard run to the one where they were pulling the guards. They were pulling, I forget the left guard, but anyway, and they looked good then because they got space to get out there and because but I think Knapp is very undersized. I hope they remedy that because guess what, everyone? Other teams are watching exactly that blueprint, and they're going to do it because they know they can get to Carr. And speaking of, I'll just say he looked really, really great, and he looked better than Arch Manning. I mean, he had better numbers. He looked better. The kid was collected, and if he got better pass protection, he wouldn't have got sacked the last two plays they had of the. How do you get sacked on two plays with how much time left and you got a chance to get field goal range? You give up sacks? I would have benched that fucking kid right then. Oh, whoops. I would have benched that kid right then and there. That was one. I put it in the tip jar. Maybe that's what we'll do, and then I'll donate it to a good cause.
There you go. $1 per app.
Yeah. So, anywho, that's $1.
Okay.
So then the O-line just didn't hold up well. Even Wagner on the right side didn't hold up well. And then our D-line got pushed around the interior. Where was Young at? I didn't see Young at all. Chris Ash, man. I don't know. I was having visions of I felt like I was watching the opener against Texas with Kaiser and Texas when Charlie Strong was at Texas. And it was like Van Gorder's second year or whatever. Was it the 3-9 year or some shit where they were ranked high?
It was
and then
Kelly.
went overtime, but we lost. Just the defense looked soft. There was too much coverage and gap too much gap in coverage. Excuse me, too much cushion. For the athletes that we have supposedly in the DBs, Carson Hobbs left a lot to be desired. I'm not trying to pick on anybody, but we have to call out players make mistakes too. But Ash did not put them in good position to win that game. I don't know why he was tentative in play calling because anytime he did rush and made Carson Beck hurry and throw, when he was those 2 touchdown passes too, I don't know why Adon Schuler doesn't separate that ball from that receiver. Come on, man.
Yeah, that play right there, very Odell Beckham-esque in terms of the way he caught that too. But you were right. And even watching the play, Adon Schuler was coming right through the end zone. All he had to do was just swing at the ball. He didn't even have to try to catch it. Just swing at the ball, knock it away.
Forget
It's out
the
of the
pick, man. Know where you're at. You're at the 1 yard. Cool. You make the pick, and you get a touchback, or you come out and you got the ball at the 2 or whatever. I would rather have them separate the and settle for the field goal, because then it's only 10-7 going into halftime, and not 14-7. And that was a big momentum, because that crowd got loud as fuck. That's $2. After that drive, and it was right before the half, and it's just like, why did they go so soft? That prevent, just where's that killer instinct, man? Golden, it's frustrating. It was very frustrating, and I didn't want to say those things when we had Matt on last week. I kind of wanted to. I just wanted Ash to, I always end up being the homer and never go with my gut, because my gut feeling is like that defensive coordinator is going to lose a game or two this year because he's new and he's got the athletes and the players, and I just didn't understand his calls, his soft coverage and zone. I don't know. Notre Dame, those I think they underestimated the receivers of Miami. That one kid, 10 was really good,
Wire Jr. Yeah. No, I'm sorry, my bad. Tony, 6 catches, 82 yards, and a touchdown.
Yeah, he looked really good.
That guy was sick, but
I don't know why they don't get more pressure. They have the linebacking core is sound, and I don't. They were only rotating like playing 2 of them at a time and going more nickel or dime, which I guess you have to now in this game and stuff, because you need speed on the outside. But to keep KVA off the field more than he is not good, because he played well.
Something I read too.
And Osbury too.
Something I read too was the like you just said, the moving in and out of players during the game, the rotation. It almost seemed like it was too much too quick. Like these guys didn't even burn out. Obviously, you don't want them to burn out, but
no, you can continue. I don't mean to interrupt you.
But no,
you're exactly right.
Yeah, it was just kind of crazy, and just overall, yeah, you might have 8 defensive linemen that you could switch in, but you keep in hot hands too, man. Keep in hot hands that can beat people.
And don't be so cute. Like he's doing all this NFL packages and on this, doing that analytical bullshit, and that doesn't count to the swear. And yeah, and I lost my train of thought. Sorry. And he's just being too cute and trying to get so many in. And I understand we have a deep rotation and stuff, but you can rotate one at a time. You don't. I know that I'm not a coach, obviously, but it just don't complicate things too much. It just seemed, I don't know, Al Golden, and again, he's gone, and I'm not harping. Last year was last year. Last year's over. But where's the pressure? You have these stud ends. Heinisch was on roller skates going the opposite way. We'll say he was on ice skates, because he was getting pushed upfield all day. I don't know. I thought Onye, O-N-Y, I think he's number 47, Jason Onye. And then Whatchamajig wasn't playing too bad either. Man, what's his name? He's from Virginia or something. I forget now. You have to look it up. I actually had the roster in front of me.
That's what I'm looking at. I'm not sure.
Let me come better prepared.
So let me just pipe on a few things here. So overall, CJ Carr, his first ever start, 19 of 30, 220 yards, 2 touchdowns, that 1 interception that was basically tipped, kicked, and tipped again and kicked, whatever.
Well, we'll talk about offense after this, yeah.
Yeah, you also had the fumble by Malachi Fields. Didn't help any. Carson Beck, 20 for 31, 205, 2 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. He was only sacked 1 time. 1 time. When I hear that, with a defensive line like Notre Dame has, and like you said, we were watching this whole thing. You were going back and forth. There was hardly any pressure on Beck. He was just sitting there picking people off. But not only that, but he didn't have that great of a passing game. 28-31 was
it was Carr's numbers.
It was exactly Carr's numbers.
He just made better plays
Exactly.
I'm not gonna be a poor sport and say they made better plays when they needed to, and Notre Dame didn't.
Exactly.
Again, Adon Schuler could have separated from the ball 3 points over 7. That one where Carson Hobbs got beat because they had him and he threw it up and it didn't look like he cut the route short. Hobbs took a bad angle to the ball. He didn't turn. He was playing the receiver and run. They made better plays when they won the game. That's it. The offense now.
Yeah.
Okay. I wasn't so upset trying to get Carr comfortable. But I had reminiscent of soft ass Brian Kelly offense. And we got Jeremiah Love. He had 4 touches in the first half. Is he injured? Like Denbrock, Holmes. What's going on, man? Again, I'm not a coach, but you have a Heisman Trophy candidate in a loaded backfield. And you're putting all the and Carr performed well again. He stood he stood in the pocket and he stood tall. And I'm not putting anything on that kid because he played exactly how he should have played for his first start at a gigantic level in Miami, mind you. I just and here we go too. Talking about last year, they got up for the #1 toughest stadium to play in, Texas A&M, Kyle Field. And they handled it last year. And this year, so what is there? Are they hubris again? That's what I'm thinking. It was this Brian Kelly, like, we're Notre Dame. We're going to go into Miami and win. And, buddy, you looked a little soft, and I'm not again, I just hope Denbrock calls a better game in 2 weeks. And I really hope they make adjustments on the offensive line because that offensive line looked like a sieve.
That was rough. Going back to Jeremiah Love. Jeremiah Love, 10 carries, 33 yards. Jadarian Price, 6 carries, 45 yards. 93 yards between the two of them. Again, offensive line struggles is going to do that to you too. But what the hell? I'm going to say, what the fuck? There's my dollar.
Oh,
I don't
$3.
care. Jeremiah Love, like you said, 4 carries. We know he was somewhat injured toward the end of the year, but they said he's supposed to be 100%. But when you have 4 carries in the first half, 6, then
I just don't. No play action from him. Like,
I mean, Love did have 4 catches also for 26 yards.
Cool, get him involved I know he should touch the ball like all the time. What about Greathouse? Hello.
Well,
Raridan had a couple drops.
Raridan had that one wide open play, had a couple drops. One almost was an interception. The dude is 6'7". If the ball's here in your hands and you don't catch it, it most likely might be intercepted, especially with that.
And you talk about that interception is on Denbrock because when you run that play for 49 times, on the 50th time, I think they might get it.
Yeah.
Right?
I don't like the throws behind the line of scrimmage or the what do they call that now? The bubble screen, whatever they want to call it.
RPO.
RPO, but the bubble screen option. You can't run a bubble screen like 6 times in a game.
That's what I said. They run it 20 times. On the 21st time, Miami's going to win.
Yeah, the moment you see it turn, the moment you just see the 3 guys lined up and you know somebody's going to be blocking, it's going to be either picked or batted down, or it could be a fumble. It's just how it works. But yeah, it's crazy the fact that they didn't open up. They should have opened up the playbook a little bit more for Carr. Yeah, they had the training wheels on them. Annoying as hell. I actually did a little video the other day on social media. It was my 5 reasons why Notre Dame lost a game, and actually one of it was didn't open up the play calling. It was stagnant. Like they
just doing that screen thing,
bubble screen, and not really taking shots downfield like they should. There were times
they needed to open it up. Again, you have a 3-headed monster behind you.
Well, that was one of my other reasons was utilize your running backs, but then with a bad offensive line and you can't get anything, you get away from that game. Miami had the momentum, and I hate you. They did. They had the momentum all the
Of
way
course
through,
they did. I mean, the fans showed up.
but then
You
they
know,
lost it toward the end. Notre Dame came back. They had the moxie to kind of bring it back on them, tied it up, and then they blew it
moxie,
again.
that's the word you should hate.
Moxie.
Yeah. Momentum's much
The
better.
physicality of Notre Dame, the lack of physicality by Notre Dame's offensive line.
There's another one, physicality. I swear, I heard that on ESPN, those knuckleheads over there, those freaking Muppets. The one cat must have said it in a 5-minute segment, must have said physicality
Kevin
at
Nadande.
least 8 times. And I was just beating my head against the wall. You know, these terms, walk off, physicality, generational talent,
Oh,
they need to be wiped off the face of the fucking earth. Oh, there's 4.
speaking of generational talent usage, I don't know if you saw the little banter this morning between
Ryan Clark.
Stephen A. Smith, Dan Orlovsky, and Ryan Clark, where Ryan Clark was calling everybody generational, and Stephen A's like,
No,
what?
he said Patrick Mahomes is generational.
Peyton Manning was not, Tom Brady was not, Drew Brees was not.
Right.
But
I mean,
Andrew
you can say
Luck
that about
was.
Tom Brady because if you look at Tom Brady's body of work in college, he wasn't lights out in Michigan.
Not at all.
He got beat out by Drew Henny.
But my one
Or
thing
Drew
that
Henson,
Stephen A.
excuse me,
Smith
Drew Henson.
recently, what Stephen A. Smith said, he goes, "What does generational talent mean? It means production on the field. You got to produce. What has Arch Manning ever done on the field in college to say he's a generational talent? Nothing.
I don't know if I agree with the production thing because they labeled all these kids coming out of high school, right?
Every year.
That's how they're labeling them as generational talent or whatever, right? Like, look at basketball. Those kids like Wembanyama, right? Last year. He was playing semi-pro. Kid was what, 19, whatever it was? Generational talent. But he didn't have any production. So I don't understand how you're saying it's production. It's based on hype, right? He's a hype guy. So where's the production? Now, can you later come back and say, oh, Tom Brady was a generational talent because of what he ended up doing?
Sure.
Does that term apply then? I mean, I guess it would, right? Because you're saying he was generational talent in the NFL.
Now, I like what you just said. Utilize hype instead of generational talent for college kids.
Yeah, it's enough is enough. They can't use generational talent every year. You cannot have generational talent every
Caleb
year.
Williams was a generational talent. Trevor
every
Lawrence
year
was a generational talent. Joe Burrow was a generational talent. Bryant, who's the kid from the Panthers that went
Bryce
to
Young.
Bryce Young was a generational talent. You can't have a generational talent every year.
Every year. It's stupid. I hate. It's just for clicks and hypes and likes and talking points and hot takes.
It is. We know it is. And
It's
that's all it is now.
Bananas, man. And it's the integrity of just anything else. It's just, for example, it's I can't remember. I think they called themselves the Notre Dame freaking podcast or whatever. And even we were getting into it last time, and I even said this a couple of years ago because we had a player from the 88 game on, and I said I didn't think, maybe when I was 8 years old in 1988, and I thought Catholics and convicts was cool, but the fact that we're fast forward 50 million years later, and they still want to say that stuff. Don't forget, ND fans, I remember back in 2013 when old fleet-footed Tommy Reese and Carlo Calabrese couldn't outrun the fucking cops. Damn, that's 5. Couldn't outrun the cops, and they got caught, and they were arrested, and this and that. So are they thugs? Because this idiot, bigoted, moronic idiot, his name isn't even worth it. I forgot his name, but people know what I'm talking about, especially in the Notre Dame circle. And he used terms as thugs and unintelligible athletes and this and that. And one of them's fist pumping, And it's just like, why don't you just go to your Klan rally and just stand on your soapbox and you know, it's stupid to say that now. I'm sure Miami has super smart kids that go to that school. It's ridiculous to say that now. And also, Notre Dame being a religious institution, how dare you, I'm not religious, but I like the university, I like the fan, and this guy supports the university, and he's going to say that? It's just, that's not a good support of the university, you fucking moron. There's $6.
Just
you know, am I right or wrong?
You're right. And actually, last week, you actually corrected me.
I stopped it. I was like, no, we don't. It's not. You can't do that anymore. And not only that, being pseudo representatives of the university and loving the product that they put on the field and the university. You know, we support all athletics and all sports. For you to sit there and say that ignorant, bigoted shit, and then sit there and say, "Oh, we're a Catholic university," you know, and you're not. You're a fucking hypocrite and you're a bigot. Damn, $7.
Man, I said, just
you know what we got to do? We got to find a charities, because I will do so, and we'll put that up, and then people can hold our feet to the fire and make sure we donate our money to it. So anyway, that's my little thing. It's like, shame on you, dude. You're representing in a roundabout way, even though we're silly dudes who have no business doing a podcast show. We still are representing something that, you know, is supposed to be up here. And then for him to say those ignorant, bigoted comments, it just shows what kind of person he is, and it shows what kind of state we're in still, and it doesn't represent Notre Dame well.
I agree. Dennis, you had the floor. All right.
Yeah.
Well done. We got to get back into any more what we can do talk, or we just want to get into a little bit of.
I hope they make the adjustments on the whole line that they should. I hope they use this bye week well. I'm going to try to not go against my gut feeling anymore. I know we do our prediction shows and then we change throughout the year. You know, I might pick ND to win more than or lose more than one game this year, but I'll keep my head my ear to the what's rumblings out of the 2 weeks that they were able to prep for A&M. So.
Yeah, and looking at the rankings now after this past week,
there you go.
Notre Dame dropped from 6 to 9. Ohio
That's good.
State, yeah, I think that's kind of where it should have been to start with. They're usually around 8 to 15 anyway.
I mean, to say it was an upset, it's not an upset. Miami's ranked 10. It's a matchup.
It was a home game.
Miami won at home. How is that an upset?
And it was only by 3 points on a last-minute field goal. So
right. The real upset was old Kalen DeBoer getting punked in Tallahassee. Yo,
Florida State moving up from unranked to number 14 after
Bama. What's up, Bama fans?
So DeBoer has lost more games in the last year in one day compared to what I think Saban did in his final 4 seasons.
Unreal. That cat, I'm telling you.
And he's lost to more
mid-season.
And they've lost to more unranked teams, I think, than Saban did his whole career yeah, and that's in a year in one game. It's crazy. So I'll just kind of spout off some of the following top 10. Penn State moved up from
they were 2.
Oh, they were 2. They just stayed. LSU moved up 6 spots to number 3. Georgia moved up 1 spot to number 4. You got Miami at 5. Oregon at 6. Texas dropped from 1 to 7. Clemson dropped to number 8 when they lost to LSU. Obviously, Notre Dame at 9. And then South Carolina at 10. And right behind them, Illinois at 11. I didn't realize that till
Illinois, I'm telling you, they came in at 12. They were preseason ranked at 12. Illinois, I like, Brett Bielema was – hey, let's not, that's a good backup if ND loses again.
Yeah, Bama dropped 13 spots to 20.
As they should. They are soft, man. Holy cow, they are soft.
They And that Florida State quarterback, I forgot what
Castellanos.
Tommy Castellanos ripping
I'm glad he's
Saban.
not on BC anymore.
Whew, yeah, that was a little rough one. But yeah, Notre Dame goes in number 9. We actually have a bye week this week, so we're not going to get into any predictions until next show.
Let's talk about the top 10 and some of the games from the first week, man.
Yeah, let's go.
State, Texas. Arch looking like a chump. Like Steve Sarkisian just looking like he did on the USC sideline, not knowing what to do when he was a head coach there. Let's talk about man, I was wrong about Clemson. Dabble. I mean, they'll come back, obviously, but they did not look good. But that game didn't set the world on fire either. But Kelly got it done in Clemson, man.
Yeah, he did. That was 17-10 LSU over Clemson at Clemson. Georgia beating the crap out of Marshall 45-7. That was basically. I mean,
what was the other? There was Bama. There was Boise lost.
Yeah, Boise lost to
USF.
To USF 34-7. I was watching a little bit of that game. That Georgia
Genty, no good.
Yeah, no Genty. Arizona State beating on Northern Arizona 38-19. Michigan wins at home against New Mexico 34-17.
I'm taking Oklahoma. At Oklahoma, that Mater looked pretty good. Or Mateer or whatever is the quarterback for Oklahoma.
Okay.
Starting Underwood. Because Michigan travels to Oklahoma this weekend.
I'm looking to see if I can find a schedule. Here we go. So, yeah. Got. Is there any top 10 or any?
That's it. Just Michigan, Oklahoma. There's not.
That's it. Yeah. Wow.
It's a lame second week.
Yeah, so they pushed a couple games to the first week and then the lame second week, obviously with Notre Dame off. And then you're going to have some more coming up week 3. Do you have any games that you're looking at that you actually want to watch?
Watch this week? Well, here, I pulled it up now. Illinois Duke, that might be a fun game.
Iowa State at noon on Saturday. It's always a barn burner.
Iowa State. There you go.
There you go.
That's pretty good. SMU Baylor.
Ohio State's playing Grambling. Georgia's playing Austin P. Clemson playing.
There you go. Ole Miss Kentucky.
There you go. Okay.
That's a good one. And then again, Michigan. I think that's the night game probably. Michigan
Florida and South Florida. Ooh, that might actually be.
South Florida might get them. I mean,
Miami's going against good old Bethune-Cookman College.
I mean, you want to hear a funny thing about Miami? They don't leave the state of Florida until November. You talk about scheduling. No, seriously.
Okay.
Even if it's an away game, it's in the state of Florida.
That's right, because they're at home against. Okay, so yeah, South Florida at home against Florida, at Florida State, at home against Louisville, at home against Stanford, at MSU.
Unbelievable, right? Can we please, new athletic director Pete, say his last name, Evan?
Bavacqua.
Thank you, Bavacqua. Can you please stop scheduling these ridiculous games at first? I don't mind if we start off against a big foe. Maybe what it is Notre Dame's so gun-shy from 1990, because that's the last time a number 1 team lost.
Oh, what did I read yesterday?
Texas just lost. They were the first number 1 team to lose since 1990, which I believe was Notre Dame and Stanford. Dennis Green coach Stanford beat Lou Holtz Notre Dame.
I think I just read that there's only been 4 teams since like 1970 to lose their first game and then win the NCAA championship.
So, yeah, it's tough.
So that puts Texas out.
Maybe what we should do is we should have a mid-season prediction then and go back. I guess that doesn't work. Maybe next year what we'll do is we'll do our prediction before, and then after the first game, and just, you know what I mean? Because there's no preseason in college football, so it's hard to tell what you can. I was thinking to myself, the homer that I am, is Denbrock crazy like a fox, and he's just doing this on purpose, and we're gonna run the table now? It's like, but no, of course not. It's just. like why did he not go? Was this considered a preseason game to just break Carr in, and now we're gonna score 50 points a game, and you know what I mean?
Hopefully that is what happens.
Maybe
But
that's what it is.
if they did it that way purposely, that's freaking stupid.
It's very ignorant, yes. But how do you not go to your Heisman running back, and then you got Price and Aeneas Williams behind him?
We can't show them their hand at the beginning of the season.
No, you got to,
you
because
show your hand.
you have to split these two games or come out undefeated. Because if you go 0-2, by playoffs,
and this is what I said. And I was going to push it to next week, but if Notre Dame loses at home next week, could Marcus Freeman lose this team? And the Boo Birds will come out at home if they lose or if they're down big.
Oh man, because everybody's thinking that. Everybody's.
I already saw people saying in different chats that Freeman should be fired after last week. Two losses in a row now. Okay, come on, bro.
Dude, relax. That's some ignorant shit. I would say.
Exactly. They've lost 2 in a row. Well, no, they lost 1.
They haven't yet, and hopefully they won't.
They were going back to the national championship game last year. So, in hindsight,
okay, yes, I get that they've lost 2. Okay, I get that they lost 2 in a row, but then again, hello, folks. This is a different team. We don't have Riley Leonard. We don't have Kaiser. We don't, we don't have Xavier Watts.
Yeah, well, that was huge. But yeah, it's one of those things where it's like,
I don't understand it. I thought Notre Dame fans and stuff, I didn't even go to the university, and I thought we always held our heads so high about being so smart and so academic and stuff. And here I am with my fucking with my College of DuPage degree, and I can figure it out better than they. I don't understand. Like
it's
the hubris.
It's emotional reaction that now, because of social media, people have to put out hot takes on stuff like that.
This is why I
hate social media.
Yeah,
I get it. And I try to stay out of it, but I always see it. And when I see it, it just annoys me. But then I got to push it.
Well, you're in the media world anyway. So, I mean, the funny thing is social media affects every world. I'm in culinary. And so.
Speaking of media.
Yeah.
Why have I been denied now 6 straight years from Notre Dame football program from covering games when in 2018 I got to cover the whole season and I got to do media coverage this past year at the championship game, but I can't cover a home game at Notre Dame? This is the 6th straight year I've been denied.
Maybe, I don't know, you should dig deep.
I did, and he said I was never approved, and then I showed him the email, and I've been radio silent since.
Because you pulled the receipt, and the cat doesn't have a spine to respond.
Yep.
Wow.
So,
they could at least it could be like, hey, you know what? We apologize, Mr. Thomas, and we'll give you you can go to this game and this game, and then we'll see what we can do next year. Something, anything. They might
in their
defense, pull the receipts and they can't even respond. Where is their integrity, man?
In their defense, they did say apply again in another few weeks, and if your content is to where we want it to be. That's what they said. We didn't have enough content apparently. Why? Because
we're not. Because we have another life. Because I actually have a real professional job.
Because we actually cover the football team. We do this during the season, but apparently I have to cover girls gymnastics and crap like that to be able to do all this stuff. Which I'm not
trying to do what I can. I love the university.
Oh, if I lived in South Bend, I would be there all the time, but I'm not. I live 2 hours away, so it is what it is.
And we're not none of these people that ride coattails, these influencers or whatever they are. Just get a real job, folks.
Yeah. So anyway, I think the show we kind of have hit everything that we needed to this week, unless we. Like I said, we'll do predictions next week.
What's that? I guess we'll save it, right? Because we still have one more week, and they got to prepare for it, and we can see because they might make some moves on the offensive line, they might make some moves on the defensive line. They could shuffle the starting lineup. So
Chris
we'll probably circle back next week and then do our A&M preview show. Maybe we'll have a guest next week.
Well, that was the whole point. Let's see if we can do next week. See if we can get a guest. I have some names that I have in the.
We'll try to get on a regular schedule.
Yep, we'll try to get on a regular schedule and see if we could do either live or this one's not live. Last week we did live, but this week,
that was fun, and we made history by being together.
Once again,
was fun.
Dennis and Evan.
Maybe we should never be together again because they lost.
But and we even talked about it earlier this year. We should see if we can do a live show somewhere.
Well, you're not coming to Purdue, right?
I might now, because the bands that I wanted to photograph and cover that Saturday, the 20th, I've already been denied for. So we can go to the game.
Oh, okay. Because I was talking. So Anthony, I apologize because I was texting today, but I didn't say we're going. I said, let me find out with Evan if for sure or not, because he did mention that
it's still not 100% that I'm going to go to the game, but
well, Anthony can go with me if not, but he also knows that you may still go. So
okay, cool.
Yeah, so no, I didn't say we're going, Anthony. I said well, I'll find out from Evan 100% if we can or not, because I just wanted to make sure I had somebody else to go.
Yeah. So as you see on the screen there, we have a new little background. We put the website and the socials, as the kids say, the socials.
Yeah, I'll try to improve on my background, but
that's okay. All I have is this is a rack.
It's perfect though. Mine's
good.
hanging over the TV.
and yours is backwards. Oh wait, so is mine.
No, it's not. It's backwards for the simple fact of how it looks on it, because our reverse screen.
I'm like, wait, why is mine backwards?
We'll have to remember that next time. We have to flip it because our reverse cameras.
Man, that's right. What the hell?
Hey, that's why we do it right. Yeah, it's the reverse camera.
All right. Well, Dennis, appreciate you, man, as always.
Hey, man. Olive juice. Love you, too.
I'm heading to Pittsburgh this weekend. It'll be a fun little time going to
Iron City.
Going to the Brewers and Pirates game on Sunday.
Iron City. I hear the cliffs are beautiful there.
Well, we'll see, because it's right on the river. We got the NFL starting tonight. You got my boys, the Eagles, going to be taking on the Cowboys. It's going to be an awesome year. Let's double it up and let's win 2 in a row.
Yeah, I will. NFL?
You're good. I know you're good. You're fine.
I don't give a shit about the NFL.
All right, boys and girls. Well, again, thank you for watching this episode of the We Are ND Nation podcast with Dennis Stover. I am Evan J. Thomas. Check us out everywhere. And until next time, go Irish. Enjoy your first bye week of the season.
Yeah, we have another one coming up. But, yeah, come on, Irish, man. Let's go, Coach Free.
Let's get it done. We can't go 0-2 starting off next year.
Come on, man.
Check out our next episode, which we will have our predictions for next week. Until then, have a great one. Go Irish.
Deuces.